What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Rusty Guns, and today we have back out here the New England Firearms Handi rifle. Basically, I'm just going to be talking about mounting the scope onto rifles where you have to mount it to the barrel. Okay, and like I said in past videos, the biggest problem with this is this right here, the mount itself that has to be put on here. One of the problems with this is because it's going onto the barrel. These are aluminum and they heat up a lot, and so they can throw the brackets that are also aluminum. They can cause these to swell, and then it throws your scope out of alignment, and so when you're shooting longer distances you can be off by quite a bit. Now there's some things that people have done to kind of help with this, and it does help and it doesn't help. Because this is mounted to the rifle itself, or because this is mounted to the barrel itself, some people cut these into sections so that the heat doesn't transfer through the whole piece. But again, all of the pieces are still mounted to the barrel, so they all heat up. So, you know, if you're shooting that many shots out of a single shot rifle, then you're probably only sighting it in. You're not actually hunting with it, because you shouldn't need that many shots to cause the entire piece to heat up that much. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and show you this real quick. My advice as far as this one goes, this one is quite a bit longer. You can see where the barrel tapers down right here, or you might be able to see it. I'm not sure if you can tell. There you go. Move it out of the way. So you can see right there where it tapers down. Okay. This piece is much longer than that. So I could see cutting this one down, maybe, to make this not sit over as far. But, you know, this isn't my rifle. I have to put it back the way I found it. So let's go ahead and put this back in. Like so. All right, next we're going to be putting on the brackets for the scope. Okay, so these brackets are in. So basically here's the next step into making sure that you get your scope lined up properly and everything. First I want to lock down this barrel. I don't want the barrel to be moving a whole bunch. Alright. And so basically what I do is I use a large bar like this, and I just set it, and then I level it out. Okay, so that I know that when the scope sits in it, the scope is sitting nice and level and accurate. Okay, that's the best way to mount scopes, is to have those pieces in order to be able to do that. Again, you know, when the rings are too close like this, it's a little bit harder to do. You'd actually want this ring to be back here a little bit. So they're just a little too close together. So anyway, you do that, and then you mount your scope. So as you can see, what I was talking about these being too close together, because typically you'd want to see this like this. You want to see that other scope ring right up here somewhere. So, you know, a little too close together, but you know, this is what has to happen when you have these rifles like this. You can't always get them. Can't always get what you want. So we just want to make sure that we have these lined up, centered, that our crosshairs are even. We're not twisted in one way or another. And for those that you couldn't tell, I have something off camera that allows me to line up the crosshairs so that I'm making sure that I'm getting them lined up properly, horizontally and vertically. So something else that you want to consider when you're doing this. All right, once you got them just down, not completely tight, but just down, go ahead and recheck and make sure that you are still horizontal, which I am not. It moved a little bit on me. There we go. All right. So now that we've rechecked it, then we'll come back and we'll start snugging down. And we'll check it again. And we're still good. Okay. So the main thing is take your time when you're doing this. Don't rush it and just do it so that you're doing it right. Yes, you can use Loctite on any of the screws. However, realize that, make sure that you get it set in there properly before you start Loctiting these screws down. This isn't by any means how I want it. After this video is over, I'm going to take all this apart and I'm going to make sure that when I get this lined up, it's absolutely perfect. This was just for the video to show you guys the basic steps of how to do it. Take your time doing it and put your scope on the right way and get it lined up properly. That's all I got for you guys. Thanks a lot for joining me. I'll see you next time.